All right. Are you tracking me? Are you tracking me? Yep. I think it's tracking me. Let's see. This gimbal is actually tracking me, guys. Look at this. And I'm actually able to control it and monitor it through this little screen right here. I can actually change the screen if I want to actually zoom. Watch. I can zoom. Let me zoom out. Right? If I want to change the orientation, hello, I'm like this. But let's go back, and yeah, I really like this gimbal. This gimbal is a game changer, and it's because of this right here. This little tiny screen. This is the Hohem iSteady V3 Ultra, and I'm gonna let you know why you should get this gimbal. Let's check it out. Full disclaimer, Hohem did sponsor this episode for my honest and unbiased opinion. They are paying me to make this episode, and they are giving me the gimbal, but that has no hits on what I think about their products. So therefore, let's get on with the video. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Rick here, and I want to show you this new gimbal from Hohem. This is the iSteady V3 Ultra, and I have it paired with my brand new iPhone 17 Pro Max. This combination has been super fun and joyful to actually work with. Let me tell you. What makes sense about this gimbal that stands out from the rest of the gimbals, because I know you guys might be saying, hey, this is another mobile gimbal, but hear me out. The fact that you have a detachable screen that you can actually monitor yourself, make sure you're in frame, and actually track yourself with this is total game changer. Let me show you a few real world scenarios where I tried the tracking and also the other features that this gimbal has. And not only that, it's an AI, but it is also a very stable gimbal. So let's just check it out. So this right here is the standout feature, the detachable screen. You can pull it off the gimbal and use it as your own camera monitor. For me, filming solo, that's a huge deal. I don't have to guess if I'm in frame. I can see clearly while setting up or even moving around, because I can actually just do my AI, make sure I'm in frame, and keep doing my talkings and keep talking. This is why I stress a lot that this gimbal is actually very different from the rest that's out there, let me tell you. And that's not something that you normally get with these mobile gimbals. So Hohem actually are packing a lot of features for what they're actually charging for this. So of course, like with anything, a gimbal like this that has AI tracking, it has to make sure that it actually nails the tracking. I tested it with my daughter. I had her moving from side to side, and the gimbal actually followed her smoothly the whole entire time. Then we pushed it a little harder. She ran from left to right across the frame, and the AI still locked on without missing a beat, to be honest. And the kind of responsiveness is huge when you don't have someone behind the camera, so that's actually a good peace of mind. And if you want to start tracking manually, it's as simple as double tap on the screen. In selfie mode, one quick double tap and it locks into my face and keeps me centered as I move. It doesn't get easier than that. Most of the time I like to do some selfie talk, like if I'm vlogging, but I don't like using the front camera. This is the front camera, but now since we have the ability to use this controller, which is the smart controller, we can use it as a feedback and see ourselves in frame. So that way we can use the camera in the back. So I'm gonna do that right now. I'm gonna flip the camera. All right, so I just flipped the camera right now, and I'm just gonna put the tracking. All right, so now I don't have to worry about looking at the screen to see if I'm in frame, because the AI is actually tracking me and keeping me in frame, which is pretty good. And also you can see it from here, look at that. You see me right there, and this is a very useful feature to have with this screen, because now you're using better cameras from the phone, but you're seeing yourself on this tiny screen. So another feature I tested was the gesture control, and it's actually a total game changer on its own. To start tracking, all you have to do is bring up an OK sign and the gimbal will start tracking you. And it's actually very responsive, as you can see, it just locks in. If you want to stop tracking, all you have to do is raise your palm and the AI tracking system will stop tracking you. Another cool feature is if you want to switch your orientation from horizontal to portrait, all you have to do is bring up 2 thumbs up and the gimbal automatically will go on to portrait mode, which is actually pretty cool. I like that. Now, if I want to snap a photo or a video, depending on how you have your settings, all you have to do is 2 dude signs, that's how I call it, and it automatically snap a picture or actually start recording, which is actually very cool that they implemented that. And it's actually funny to see that happening, but it actually, works good. Another thing I like, and this is my favorite gesture, is your composition customization, and I really like it. So let's say I go one side of the frame, I bring up my index and my thumb on both hands, and I framed it to that side. I'll just move to the opposite, and I'll do the same, and then I'll start the tracking with the OK. And wherever I go, the gimbal is going to keep me on that side of the frame. So let's say there's something important on one side that I want it to be showing on the screen, and me on the other side, it's going to do that with no problem. All of them work smoothly, as you can see, and the big takeaway here is the freedom. You don't have to keep walking back and forth to the gimbal to actually change these settings or mess or fiddle with your phone. Just make the gesture and it responds instantly, which honestly, Hohem, you guys killed it with that one. One of my favorite tests was the 360 orbit. I had my daughter walk in circles and the gimbal actually rotated around her smoothly. And as you can see, it kept up with her really good. And shots like this, you normally have to get special equipment to get these 360 shots, but having it on this gimbal and doing it automatically with the AI feature, it is just a breeze. This is a big win for content creators who want some cinematic 360 moves without having heavy gear. So I perform a stability walking test because besides having all these nice features, you want to make sure that this gimbal has nice steady footage, and it doesn't disappoint, as you can see in these images. It actually worked pretty good. Tractor with no jitters, no micro shakes. It was just a smooth video, to be honest. And for something this compact, look how tiny this thing is just insane, which is honestly total game changer with this little thing right here. So there are a few more things that make this gimbal versatile. The built-in fill light, which you can have by pressing and holding this button right here, as you can see. And if you want to raise the intensity, all you have to do is go up or go down. And if you want to change the temperature control, you can do that. And you could just actually, just do it also the same way. So one thing I appreciate from this gimbal is the built-in tripod. Hohem thought about everything. You don't have to carry extra accessories or detach or attach anything to this gimbal. It's built right into the gimbal. One other option that I really like a lot is the ability to zoom in and zoom out on your footage without actually doing it on the phone, because sometimes I like to keep my glass clean, clear and clean, no fingerprints, so I could just go into the screen. They have a zoom rocker right here, and I could just go zoom in and zoom out with the plus and minus button, which is a total game changer. And it's honestly one of those things that every gimbal has to have it. It's just a must. Also, if you don't want to use gesture controls and you want to change the positioning of, the orientation of this gimbal, all you have to do is press one button and you have it on the screen, which is very cool that you have all those features here. And, which is cool because sometimes you don't want to use the tracker. You could just remove it and just go all the way manual, and just do it all through the gimbal. You can do so. But yeah, just wanted to note that it's a very small feature, but it's something to note, and I wanted you guys to know about it. So another functionality that I want to mention is the trigger. If I want to control my AI tracking, I could just tap it once and it's gonna start tracking. If I want to disengage it, again, tap it once. If I press and hold the trigger, now I'm on lock mode. So wherever I move, the gimbal's gonna stay at that orientation. If I double tap and hold, now it's on sport mode. So wherever you go, you see it's very responsive, and it's actually, really cool that you can actually do those settings through the trigger. Another thing I want to talk about is that if you want to use this as selfie mode, like I mentioned before, it's just a quick pull. And let's say I want to use this camera, I'll press the trigger 3 times, 1, 2, 3, because obviously I want to use the better camera, which is the one in the rear. And I want to see myself. Here we go. I'll just activate the AI, and now wherever I move, I am being tracked. So, which is very cool. And this is why I cannot stress enough this gimbal being the best one out there, because this is a total game changer that you can actually do that. Let me stop tracking. Bring this down, 1, 2, 3, change the orientation of the gimbal, which Hohem really killed it with that one. So who is this gimbal for? Now, this isn't going to replace your heavy production gimbal, but if you are a solo creator like myself and you just want very smooth professional looking footage out of your phone, then the iSteady V3 Ultra is built for you. It gives you more freedom, more control, and honestly, it just makes shooting more fun. With the AI features, the tracking, the gesture controls, and honestly, the stability that this thing has, it's just a great product overall. And I'm not saying that because Hohem is paying me to do this video, but it's my experiences actually using. Even my daughter, that's a 13-year-old, was like, "Dad, this gimbal's pretty fun. When you're done with the review, can I keep it?" I'm like, yeah, I'll think about that one, because honestly, it's actually very fun, especially now with the 17 Pro Max, which has great cameras. Now I don't have to bring a big camera with me. So that's the Hohem iSteady V3 Ultra. Stabilization, smart AI tracking, gesture control, fill light, detachable screen to monitor yourself, all in one compact setup. This is going to be it for me. I hope you found this video useful, informative, and if you did, go out there, create, and I'm gonna catch you guys in the next video. Peace.